So if Age Options were not to exist, we would have none of these new initiatives. We now have an area that is just thriving in terms of new programs that are being integrated into the community. So I think older adults would have way fewer services. We serve over 80,000 older adults each year. I think that we would see people entering skilled care facilities earlier than they are now by far, and a lack of information. People would be getting fewer benefits that would be available to them. They would be lacking food resources. Caregivers would be just more adrift.
If Age Options didn't exist, I can't even begin to tell you the impact that that would have. We would have older adults who were not independent, who were maybe not receiving the meals that they needed. We would have older adults that would be isolated in their houses that they didn't know where to turn to. They didn't have that community of support. If Age Options was not here, our older adults would be lacking that community of support.
Oh my goodness, it would be just very, very hard. Knowing where to turn for support, for empathy, and also for the resources. I don't know if I could have done it, honestly. It's just been a huge blessing.
So if Age Options didn't exist, I think the biggest concern I would have is having that history and knowledge and knowing the trends of where things are going. I think that would be a big loss. And I think that's the beauty of Age Options, is that they can see many aspects within one umbrella, and I can't imagine anybody else doing that. It's a lot.
Obviously, seniors would be most affected in terms of their access to a variety of different services that help them age in place and remain independent in their own communities. Obviously, organizations such as us would lose a very valuable partner in both state and federal advocacy for the advancement of funding and services to meet the aging population as it grows.
There's a sense of support that the community agencies, whether it's a senior center or whether it's a case management unit or specialty projects, Meals on Wheels, congregate meals, that there's a sense that there's some unity in that, and that there's a place to go that isn't just the federal government to talk about problems.
Funding from Age Option is very crucial for our congregate meal program. Without the funding from the Age Option, we cannot reach that many people, we cannot provide that service to many people. So for congregate meal program, especially in Cook County, Age Option funding is very crucial to us.
If Age Options wasn't able to provide the funding necessary, we would have a tremendous amount of older adults within our communities being isolated, not knowing about the resources that are available to them being an older adult in order to live healthy and safely in their house. We need those funding resources to provide the services.
There's a lot more of our older adult populations who would, I'd say, be in trouble. In other words, life would be a whole lot more difficult for them in many ways if the organization wasn't there, but because they are there, they are a rock for those individuals and help them be able to navigate and sort through a number of challenges that they may have on a day-by-day basis.
I have a saying on my wall that says we should go out into the world and do well. But more importantly, we should do good. And what Age Options does every day of the week is doing good.